Well, it's day 5 of lockdown here in South Africa, and this is the moment that we're taking to call people all around the world to stand together with us and pray. And before we get into what we want to pray today, I'd love to invite you to be part of a moment that Urban Life Church, we have every first Wednesday of the month, and this is the day where we set it aside to fast and lean into the things of God and lean away from the things of the world to make space in our lives for God. And I think in this lockdown season, with all the turmoil and uncertainty that's going on everywhere, there's no greater time than to be leaning into God. And you can find more details about that on all our social media platforms. But right now, it's time to get into some things to pray for today. S.D. Gordon said this. He said, "The great people of the world today are the ones who pray." And one of my favorite passages of scripture to pray through in difficult times is Ephesians chapter 6, where Paul is talking about putting on the armor of God to be able to withstand the attacks that come, to be able to stand strong. And I want to charge us with 3 verses out of that. It's verse 10, 11, and 18 of Ephesians chapter 6. I'm going to read them to you. In verse 10, he says, "Finally be strengthened by the Lord and his vast strength." You see, strength comes from God. And I don't know about you, but in this season, I definitely feel like I need some of God's strength to keep on persevering. In verse 11, he says, "Put on the full armor of God so that you can stand against the schemes of the devil." You see, God provides us with everything we need to be able to withstand the schemes and attacks that come from the evil one. And this is my prayer, that we will be able to put on God's armor and be able to withstand the schemes of the devil. And then Paul goes on to describe what it looks like to put on the armor of God. And you can read through that, but I want to pick up again at verse 18. And he says, "Pray at all times." That means without stopping, in the Spirit, with every prayer and request. Nothing too big, nothing too small for our God. And stay alert. That means don't dull out. Stay focused with all perseverance and intercession for all the saints. That means standing in the gap, praying for others all over the world. So I want to charge you with these 3 things today. Let's be strengthened by the Lord. Let's put on the full armor of God to be able to withstand the attacks of the evil one. And let's stay alert. Let's keep persevering. And let's keep praying for people all over the world. And let's trust that God is going to move in power.